Hi, it's Kathleen, and I'm here with Stacy and Paige, and we did a project together under the guidance of Vanessa for the Wildlife Conservation Association. And what we did was we created guides and tips for businesses, including restaurants, and residential homes and vacation rentals to be more ocean-friendly, turtle-friendly, eco-friendly. And the guides and tips are in the form of social media posts and stories. We researched the issues. There were lots of issues, as you can imagine. Single-use plastics, wastewater management, light pollution, composting, and many other issues. So in addition to researching the issues, we looked at some products, and we also looked at what some other organizations were doing in the face of the same issues and what kinds of recommendations they were making. So while I continue telling you about what we did, Paige is going to show some of our finished product. So in terms of what aspects engaged us the most, we naturally split up to everyone's satisfaction, I think, and then came together again at the end, which was nice. Stacy focused on businesses, including restaurants, and what they could do to be more ocean friendly. I focused on residential homes and vacation rentals and what could be done in those. And then Paige took the work Stacy and I did and brought it to life with some great designs. And then Stacy jumped in and did some really nice composting designs. And then I tried my hand at a residential home vacation rental design. Some of the challenges that we faced were, well, first of all, deciding the scope of the project, because our original idea was to create a certification program with criteria that needed to be adhered to or picked from to be certified as ocean friendly or turtle friendly, and we were going to have a little sticker or some way so that they could show that they met this criteria. But particularly in the face of COVID, which made it difficult or actually impossible to go and meet with people and try to entice them into this program, and to have inspections done was just not possible during COVID. So we decided to shift gears a little bit and take the criteria that we were going to use for the certifications and use them for guides and tips for social media posts. Another challenge that we faced was we didn't really have a good sense of how the people in Austjanell lived. We don't really know what it looks like, what things are doable, what things were affordable. The videos in class helped a lot, but we still felt we were a little bit handicapped with not really having a good sense of the place. And another challenge we had was just in the face of the wealth of information that we found, we had to make some decisions on paring it down for presentation because we wanted it to be simple and look like things that could be easily doable. In terms of surprises, we were all surprised, I think, by the wastewater management, or actually lack of wastewater management in the area. There's really a big issue with septic systems, with sewage and non-biodegradable products and plastics all going into the watershed. There's no municipal wastewater system there, and everyone's responsible for their own. Another little thing that surprised all of us had to do with grease traps. A lot of restaurants, first of all, I don't think we knew what grease traps were, but restaurants should have them, at least restaurants, and a lot of them didn't or didn't clean them, which was also a big problem. Now to turn to how this project impacted our careers or our skill sets. I think Paige is excited to maybe bring a new dimension to her work at the California Parks Department, and she wants to use social media more in her work. Stacy's a zookeeper, and also she participates in citizen science, so this really added to her conservation skills and her skills in engagement with the community. Conservation really doesn't have anything at all to do with my paying job, but it does with my volunteer job for the Wildlife Conservation Society at the Bronx Zoo, which I was largely not able to do this year because of COVID. So this has been a very nice way to stay engaged with conservation and with community engagement and with conservation education. And lastly, just to touch on how our project connects to the themes of the course, I mean, I think it really had to do with how tourism can be a way to economic development and how it can be done in a sustainable way with the participation of the community. And the project also involved education, which was another big theme of this course. Thanks so much.